Make sure you let me know and don't walk through there, please.
And so you miss the hair badges and then my okay, it's a little trick. So this will be like, and it'll be like black on that. So it's a little different. Yeah, so yeah, the building standing there, people are being this kind of that's you're just going to fertilize all the light. Okay, good. How's everything going? Good. Yeah. Yeah. So now you guys watch what's here, right? Oh, yeah, you watch it all now. Yeah. I'm going to leave to be but exciting, yes. No, it's. Yeah, it's two Stevens. It's about to say, look, other Stevens. We're gonna do this. I think we're waiting. Yeah, we're down. Sure, so, yeah. Gives you enough time.
May everyone take their seat, please. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. My name is Laura Bell, and I'd like to welcome you to our spring 2024 protocol. I'll be your master of ceremonies today. We have a special afternoon planned to award merit badges, rank advancement awards, and to recognize 5 individuals. A casual lunch will follow, and everyone is encouraged to stay. Before we begin today's ceremony, I'd like to invite Brody Maya, Chaplain Zay, to come give the badges, rank advancement awards, and to recognize 5 individuals. A casual lunch will follow, and everyone is encouraged to stay.
Oh, gracious God, as we convene today's court of honor, encircle us. We pray with the spirit of all scouts who strive to become and those who have risen to the time honored rank of eagle, both those who still walk among us and those who have passed on. Please bless everyone present, honor our younger scouts as they strive to greater achievements and higher ranks, and bless our proceedings that we might feel their gravity and their significance. To attain the Eagle's prestigious rank, an individual scout must fulfill all the requirements, uphold the Scout's oath, and embody the Scout law. Yet no Scout attains this rank alone. Becoming an Eagle has always been, and will always be a collaborative and community-building effort. Remind us of this broader frame and focus, even as we rightfully recognize these new Eagles in our midst. Remind us as well, O Holy One, that although the rank of Eagle and today's Court of Honor testify retrospectively to all the effort that has led to this moment of promotion. They testify with equal vigor to all that is yet to come, namely to the lifetime of service that is expected of Eagles. Long after these scouts set aside their uniforms and badges, and long after their last patrols, campouts, and meetings have become a distant memory, empower these Eagles to continue to grow, to serve, and to soar wherever their life leads them. Amen.
We'd like to start this afternoon with a flag ceremony. Everyone please rise. Color guard present the colors. Color guard post the colors. Stephen Lipnick, please come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will Anderson Laura please lead us in the Scout Oath of Law? On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to give myself physically strong, mentally weak, and morally straight. A Scout is a perfectly loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and right. Color guard dismissed. You may be seated. I want to first recognize our adult leadership team that helps the troop function. Being a Scoutmaster is a lot of work, and we have to thank our Scoutmaster team for all the hard work they've done this year. Running a troop is hard work, but leading a combined troop with over 200 years of combined history is no small task. We'd like to thank our Scoutmasters and Assistant Scoutmasters. Please stand up so we can thank them. Jared Bell, Stephen Jamborn, Jason Black, Jonathan Gorham, and Andrew Meyer. Parent troop committees also put a lot of hours behind the scenes. Driving, booking campsites and activities, chaperoning, camping, campouts, teaching skills, sitting on the boards of review, running fundraisers, managing our budget, keeping the equipment in working order, planning events like today's Court of Honor, and did I say driving? To Mr. Hayek and Mrs. Essig, and to the dozens of parents on the troop committees, thank you all for the hard work to make sure our troop runs smoothly. I would also like to recognize the many scouts who have stepped up to help us lead the combined troop. Please hold your applause until the end so I can list them because there are a lot of them. Senior Patrol Leader, Michael Hayek. Assistant Senior Patrol Leader, myself, Roan Bell. Scribes, Liam Leitz and Stephen Lipnick. Den Chief, Christopher Essig. Quartermaster, Brian Fox. Librarian, Kieran Kaniki. Historian, Nikki Matelich. Webmaster, Finn Black and Kyle Fox. Chaplain's Aide, Brody Mygat. Outdoor Ethics Advisor, Canada. Bugler, Anderson Forum. Let's give a round of applause. I'd also like to recognize all of our scouts that have really been a lot of fun to be around. We've had a lot of fun meetings, activities, campouts this year. Finally, a big thank you to Mrs. Pantelich, Mrs. Essig, and Mrs. Fox for arranging today's lunch. And thanks, as always, the Little House of Blankford Forum. For providing such a great place for us to hold our court on. Before we start our formal award ceremony, I'd like to provide a brief troop update since our last Court of Honor. Since our Court of Honor of June 2023, we've done a ton of exciting events. A month after the Court of Honor, 7 boys went to Makajuan Scout Reservation in Pearson, Wisconsin. 5 with Troop 18/28 in week 5, and 2 with Troop 2 in week 3. We did a variety of things there, such as horseback riding followed by dinner, mostly everyone's favorite whitewater rafting. We had a pizza party at the country store, and we also stayed at the country store for a long time because the storm on Thursday. In September, we went to Camp Crown where we did archery and used their shooting range. We did an orienteering course around Winnetka that was led by Mr. Janford. We biked and camped in Kettle Moraine. We climbed and went cold weather camping at Camp Big Timber in Elgin, but unfortunately it was 3 degrees too warm to earn our polar bear badge. We also held our annual wreath wrapping paper and Hanukkah candle sale. In December, we went to the engineering merit badge at Harley Davidson Museum and celebrated by drinking Sprecher's root beer. This year, we held the aviation merit badge at Chicago Executive Airport, led by Mr. Hayek, where we got to see a bunch of airplanes take off and land. We also saw airplanes in the hangar. We did a curling event that was hosted by Anderson and Mr. Corum, which was so popular we will hopefully be doing another one in April. We did a geocaching event at a weekly meeting. Then most of us went to York High School to earn 3 to 4 merit badges. That was held by the Three Fires Council. Lastly, yesterday, we had 6 scouts, 2 guests, and 3 parents climb at the vertical Avenger, where the scouts were able to get their climbing merit badges. It has certainly been an action-packed 9 months, and we have many more exciting opportunities and events planned for the spring and summer. Be sure to check the troop calendar and your emails as these events are finalized. Now we can officially begin the Court of Honor. As we begin our awards ceremony, we would first like to welcome the newest member to our troop. I invite Senior Patrol Leader Michael Hayek to come welcome the new scout.
In this Court of Honor, we welcome one new scout who has joined our troop in the last few months. Will Ryder Edelston please come join me? New member of our troop will be expected to uphold the ideals of our troop. You will be expected to live according to the Scout Law and the Scout Oath, and to be a regular in attendance at troop activities. Are you ready to take this promise?
Yes.
Please give the Scout sign and repeat after me the Scout Oath. On my honor, I'll do my best.
On my honor, I will do my best.
To do my duty to guard my country and to obey the Scout Law.
To do my duty to guide my country and to
obey the Scout Law.
obey the Scout Law.
To help other people at all times.
To help other people at all times.
To keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
We know that you'll be a fine addition to this troop, and we welcome you.
Will Scoutmasters Mr. Bell and Mr. Janmore join Michael to hand out the Merit Badge Awards, rank advancement, and to salute our scouts? Now hand out Merit Badge Awards. Advancement Chair, Miss Lynn, could you now could you please come up and present these merit badges? Scouts who can earn over 130 different merit badges. To earn a merit badge, a scout chooses a subject, reads the merit badge book, works the requirements and worksheet packet, develops his knowledge on skills, and when ready, presents this information to the council. Today, we will be awarding a total of 96 merit badges to 20 scouts. When I call your name, please step forward to collect your badges. Myself, Rowan Bell. Archaeology, architecture, aviation, citizenship in the community, citizenship in the nation, engineering, environmental science, first aid, fish and wildlife management, fishing, landscape architecture, and photography. Tim Black. He's earned fish and wildlife management, metalwork, and climbing. Nico Carnroga, fingerprinting, leatherwork, and climbing. Earning a Troop 28 record for the most merit badges earned at a single court of honor with 15. First aid, geocaching, music, programming, swimming, and climbing. Randall Edelston, aviation and climbing. Camden Edward, environmental science, swimming, motorboating, citizenship for community, photography, point collecting, communication, personal fitness, camping, and personal management. Christopher Edson, fingerprinting, leatherwork, metalwork, small boat sailing, photography, wood carving, personal fitness, engineering, railroading, and wilderness survival. Kyle Fox, citizenship in the community, citizenship in society, camping, and cooking. Ryan Fox, citizenship in the community, citizenship in the world, citizenship in society, camping, and cooking. Peter Garrison, citizenship in society. Thomas Hartman, citizenship in society and family life. Michael Hyatt, camping, citizenship in the community, citizenship in the nation, communication, emergency preparedness, first aid, and personal management. Charlie Hoffman, aviation and personal fitness. Christopher Cox, citizenship in society. Liam Reeves, dog care, programming, engineering, and finance. Stephen Lipnick, aviation, chess, point collecting, engineering, fingerprinting, scholarship, swimming, and climbing. Brody Megan, archaeology, engineering, environmental science, first aid, fish and wildlife management, SWIM. Intelligence, American business, entrepreneurship, and salesmanship. Nikki Panatelich, Canvas. Ari Rose, Canada. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Miss Lynn, thank you. You can please be seated. Committee Chair Miss Essex, would you please come up to help present rainbow? Today we have 5 scouts advancing in rank. 7. Tenderfoot. As Tenderfoot Scout has started to learn scouting fundamentals, including outdoorsmanship and physical fitness. Congratulations to Anderson Horn for completing your Tenderfoot rank. Second class. The second class scout learns how to become self-sufficient, developing skills in orienteering, camping, and first aid in swim. Congratulations to Anderson Court, Liam Lees, and Brody Maya. Please come forward to receive your second class rank. First class. As a scout, you've tested yourself even more and practiced your scout skills many times. You're now ready to expect more of yourself, and you're prepared to become more of a leader in the patrol troop community. Congratulations to myself, Robel. Please come forward to receive your Life Scout. Life is the final rank before Eagle Scout. After earning 11 merit badges, holding a position in leadership responsibility, serving his community, the Life Scout is ready to begin the final steps in achieving Eagle. Congratulations to Michael Hyatt, Camden England, and Ari Rose. Please come forward to receive your rank. In addition to earning the merit badges and rank advancements, Scouts can also earn a variety of BSA awards that recognize your mastery of skills or other accomplishments. Some Scouts often pursue include detonship, stand-up paddleboarding, and sirenship. Today we are awarding a BSA stand-up paddleboarding award to Christopher Essig and Finn Black, who earned their awards in the Cajun this summer. Christopher and Finn, please stand up to be acknowledged. The tokenship is awarded to Scouts who can demonstrate and learn to use tools with blades. The firemanship is an award given to Scouts who can demonstrate and learn how to create fires and be able to sustain. Congratulations to Anderson Corn and Stephen Lipnick on earning your awards. Congratulations to all of us. Thank you, Michael, Mr. Bell, Mr. Jamor, and Mrs. Essex. You may be seated. This concludes our troop portion of the photo park. I'd like to invite everyone to take a brief 5-minute break to get up and stretch before we resume the Eagle Club for Christopher Esson, Nikki Fantelich, Camden, Eglin, Ryan Fox, and Kyle Fox.
Cheryl, how are you?
Back up. They survived that. The rest of the year.
I actually don't know.
Oh, no. I wish he did. Why would not take that?
And now,
Well, there's a lot of things.
I don't know how long it's for, but I'll let. So I want to give it to. We. So crazy. Oh my and I'm like, I'll get him. I'll get him here. Shut out and like back here, like super straight. So
I do a lot of schools in the South.
Oh, I didn't like
So he's got his own shades, I went to Scouts. Because he has this like country, southern country, mission. He's like, why is that? And I'm like, I don't think that's what it is. Like all these schools, like Texas, or something. Always hilarious. All these schools, it's all that.
Okay, we're gonna get started again. Everyone can take a seat.
Okay, yeah, I know, you did. I just put your stuff on the side. You'll think of it. Please take a seat. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. We'll now begin our Eagle Field Walk. Earning the highest rank in scouting requires enormous dedication, time, and effort. The occasion that recognizes an Eagle Scout's accomplishments should be read. This afternoon, we are honoring 5 new Eagle Scouts. Christopher Essick, Nikki Pantelich, Camden Egland, Ryan Fox, and Kyle Fox. Eagle Scouts, please come join us at the stage. Scouts, Scouters, and friends of scouting, I'd like to welcome you to this Eagle Court of Honor. This is an occasion for pride and joy, as well as a time for serious reflection. The Eagle is the highest recognition that Scouting offers to Scouts. Nationwide, fewer than 10% of youth who enter the Scouting program achieve this honor. The wearer of the Eagle Award is the epitome of Scouting's best efforts and beliefs. I invite Michael Hayek, Jonathan Miller, Daniela Egren, Nathan Heftman, William O'Donnell, Luca Pantelich, and Michael Essig to come to the podium.
Scout rank. Far away looms the hazy outline of the Eagle summit, flanked by the lesser peaks that represent this journey to Eagle. To the newcomer, they appear long way off, but they will become more in focus as the light from the spirit of scouting continues to spread. Do you remember when you were the new scout and the thought of becoming an Eagle seemed long off, or even impossible goal to achieve? Look back on the experience you have encountered in your striving to reach this high achievement. These experiences should not be forgotten. You should profit by making sure the adverse ones do not occur again. Experience is a valuable teacher if you heed its lessons. All the while you're on the trail, we watched you study, we saw you learn by doing. First, you're only a scout.
The Scout Badge represents the International Brotherhood of Scouting, which I have joined. I was there when you took your first steps upon the trail to become an Eagle. With those first steps, you began to grow physically, mentally, and morally. You started living the Scout Oath in law. Soon you had attained the Tenderfoot rank. 3 points of the Tenderfoot rank stand for the 3 points of the Scout Oath: duty to God and to country, the duty to other people, and the duty to yourself. You will find the same 3 points on the Mariner's Compass, forever pointing the way to the North Star and a safe journey in life. On my face are 2 stars representing truth and knowledge. The shield is an emblem of a nation molded together in justice, and an eagle guards the freedom of my land. Once inspired by the spirit of scouting, you did not stay a Tenderfoot for long. Putting simple achievements behind you, you quickly climbed to the rank of second-class scout.
I represent second class. The ends of my scroll are turned up in the willing smile of a scout. On my face is the motto, be prepared. And suspended from me is the knot, tied to remind you of the slogan of the Boy Scouts of America, do a good turn daily. Some, like you, were stopping to catch their breath before continuing along the trail. You began to study more, you worked harder, and almost before you knew it, you topped the first summit on the trail to Eagle when you received the first class badge.
I represent the first class. I was a Tenderfoot and laid my course by the stars of truth and knowledge, and guided myself with the righteousness and justice of freedom. I added a smile that I might be a friend to all and bound myself together with the knot of duty to others. There you found a tempting green meadow by a crystal clear stream bathed in the sun. Here you were attempted to remain. Yes, you could have remained there to live the first class glory, but your ambition stirred you on. We remember your advancement to Star Scout.
I represent the sun. I can stand alone. I have the right to improve on my own. To me goes the honor of choosing my field. Before me lies a horizon of endless opportunities. The trail from first class to star rank was not as difficult as it had seemed. This spurred you on and you climbed further. The trail was steeper and less worn. Fewer scouts seemed to be headed in your direction. You looked down and saw the crowds below you. You looked up and saw few above you, and with the same determination with which you started your climb, you continued up the trail. Gaining the next summit was not easy. Much leadership, service, and hard work had to be done. Soon you earned the badge of life rank.
I represent the life. I have shown the whole world that scouting is of a part. I have mastered the knowledge of subjects that will benefit my country and my fellow man. I am ready to reach for my wings to fly. While the Life Scout is a much coveted position and deserves credit, the Eagle Trail does not stop there. It still leads on to the summit. Its pathway narrows and steepens considerably as it winds its way along a narrow ledge. It becomes tougher and more trying. Many things must be done in order to conquer these last miles. Additional merit badges were earned. Your leadership and service to others were tested through your Eagle Service Project. Only those with the greatest amount of persistence and courage are able to gain this thrill of victory. You are on your way to Eagle.
I represent the eagle. Since the beginning of time, man has used my brothers and me as a symbol of royalty, power, victory, and valor. My strength and courage has inspired men throughout the ages. Yes, we have watched your character unfold and become manlier. We have watched your leadership expand into a valuable asset. We have watched your mind develop and your wisdom increase. We have watched all these things in you, and now that you are on the threshold of your goal, we welcome you, for you have done your climbing in a true scout-like manner.
I'd like to invite Scoutmaster Stephen Jambor and former Scoutmaster Jeff Heffernan to introduce each of our scouts and for the Eagle Scouts to share a few words about their projects, scouting journey, and mentors.
Scouts, you've made Troop 18 and 28 very proud. Many of the qualities that inspire you to achieve this honor and continue to lead to even greater success in your life, a life characterized by service to others. Parents, let's see, I think I'm skipping ahead here. So I guess I'm supposed to be introducing Christopher here, correct? Yes, I'm skipping ahead. Always be on the right page. So Christopher Essig, I would like to invite you to come forward. Christopher did a fabulous job. He's been an amazing scout. His project was to build a facade for the outside of the community gardens at the Glencoe Community Gardens. Yeah. So I want to say a few words about your project. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Christopher Essig. Fortunately, I prepared a speech today because being a scout has taught me to be prepared. I joined scouting as a club scout and through the arrow of the light to Boy Scouts. For my Eagle Scout project, I had the honor of working with my beneficiary, Jim Goodman, and more of the amazing volunteers from the Glencoe Community Garden. Thanks to scouts and parents in the Glencoe Community Garden volunteers who helped me with assembly and most importantly, the installation of the Glencoe Community Garden gate. Most importantly to my beneficiary for supporting me throughout the design process and helping me when I had numerous questions when designing the gate, the computer-aided design program Fusion 360, which has since helped my designing, problem solving, and leadership skills. The installation day was a preparation for future projects as it was necessary to make critical decisions after unaccounted for defects from the installation procedure. Where it was essential to listen to all possible solutions from volunteers, I listened to everyone because I have learned that value throughout my scouting journey. Reflecting on this, accepting the small issues and learning from the mistakes, the project is more valuable to me because at the end of the day, the more lessons learned will aid me in life and the gate still functioned flawlessly, especially the locking cam for that fact too well. Well, the bright green letters and inviting design for the Glencoe Community Garden served for pedestrians to stop by the trail and learn more about the amazing work the Glencoe Community Garden does. For underserved communities. As a scout, I've grown through my experiences like building and designing standing structures at Camp Crown 3 years ago into Camp Pasomas and most recently Camp Makajuan, where I had one of my favorite memories when surviving overnight for the Wilderness Survival Merit Badge. I'm grateful to have experienced scouting. Thanks to Mr. Jambor for guiding me throughout my path. Most importantly, to my parents and my brother.
I'm going to invite Ryan down, talk about your project. So Ryan's also basically came over from Troop 20 and has been with 18 probably 5 years. So it's been a wonderful experience having him in the troop. And his project was to work with Misericordia, and he'll tell you about the details of the project.
Hello, my name is Ryan Fox, and my journey to Eagle Scout was a long one. It was about 8 years with Troop 20 and Troop 18, and 5 years with Troop 18. And my journey would have been impossible if it wasn't for organization, community, and discipline. Organization helped with my 8 years. Organization helped keeping my 8 years of work documented and was critical for my success as an Eagle Scout. Discipline helped separate Boy Scouts from Eagle Scouts. It keeps you working on your goal to become an Eagle Scout even when you don't want to. And community is the most important. Without family and close community, getting my Eagle rank would have been simply impossible. Being able to refer to members of my community for their expertise and wisdom made my journey so much easier. The fact that that fact was invaluable during my Eagle project, it made so many problems solvable. My Eagle project was to make bocce ball ramps for Misericordia. Bocce ball is an adapted version of bocce ball, which was altered to be able to be played by people with physical handicaps. And Misericordia is a non-for-profit housing and teaching organization for people with profound mental and physical disabilities. I chose to do my project because I wanted to help those who were less fortunate, and I was able to create 4 ramps for them to use. Moreover, my Eagle project and entire journey was made possible to members of my community. I want to personally thank Mr. Jambor for helping me with my merit badges, being a quartermaster, my Eagle project, campouts, and countless more things. I want to also thank Mr. and Mrs. Miller for helping with my Eagle project and a few of my Eagle merit badges. I also want to thank everyone else who helped me on my journey to get Eagle. Thank you.
Well done. So I'm going to invite Kyle to come down and talk about his Eagle project, who was also with Misericordia, but a little bit different project.
Yeah. My journey to Eagle Scout originally started as a Cub Scout when my parents signed me up for Cub Scouts. I then started Scout, then we moved to Scouting, and that's where the real journey began. I originally started at Troop 20, but we switched to Troop 18 because I had more friends in it. There we had many campouts and meetings, and I really enjoyed it. Over time, when I went to high school, I started rowing and couldn't attend the fall and spring meetings because of the overlap in sports. But during the winter, I would go to meetings and campouts, and I got to see the troop grow and evolve. Eventually, I started working on my Eagle project. My project itself was to build bocce ball or bowling ball bumpers and ramps for Misericordia. They needed it since their old bowling alley wasn't very good and a little dangerous, and I had to design the bumpers completely from scratch. It took a lot of redesigning, but eventually I was able to build all the bumpers, and we shipped them off, or we drove them to Misericordia and delivered them. I want to personally thank Mr. Jambor for helping me through my whole scouting journey and helping me mature and become a leader. I want to thank Mrs. and Mrs. Miller for helping me so much in my project and getting the last few Eagle merit badges. I also want to thank my parents for signing me up for scouting and helping me and encouraging me on this long journey. I also want to thank everyone who's helped me for this project and on my journey to become an Eagle Scout. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, and then Camden, if you could come down, please. So Camden, also great scout, came over Aero Light, and his project was working with creating solitary beehives. I'll fill that in.
All right. Okay, to start off, I'd like to thank everybody who helped with my project. The St. Collins and Willie, you guys were really instrumental in getting everything built and being there on the build days. Really thank you guys. You guys are really important in that. I'd like to thank my parents. You know, they were the whole way, including the Eagle project. They're really helpful. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. Mr. Jambor, helping with badges and getting everything together in the end. It was a bit of a crunch in the end, but would not have been able to do it without him, so I really appreciate it. And then Christopher Essig, he really helped me design the houses. I really appreciate it. It really helped me get everything done, and it wouldn't have been able to do it without you. In terms of my projects, I created solitary bee houses. I put 4 in the Chicago Botanical Gardens and 1 at a church in Winnetka. Part of the project was just to create more habitats for solitary bees through the houses. And the other half of it was to educate people on solitary bees. They're native bees in Illinois. And they make up a huge % of the bee population. Not a lot of people know about them. So that was this kind of secondary goal of the project. I created a website to go with it. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. In terms of my journey as a scout, I started off in Cub Scouts. I've been doing it since I pretty much could. I think it's back in 1st grade when we started. And I've been doing it since then, became a Boy Scout and, went through my era of light, and I'm here now. The only thing I got to say for my journey is for all the scouts still working on Eagle. I know a lot of you had a lot of great accomplishments today. Keep at it. It seems like it's a long way away, but it comes up fast. You guys are doing a great job, and keep going.
Well done. So I'm gonna introduce Jeff Heffernan. Heffernan, okay.
I have a very distinctive recollection of the first court of honor, actually here, Little House outside, when Nikki was eligible to receive merit badges. Because much like the record-breaking hall tonight, it was an impressive number of badges, well earned. And just signified this was a scout who was all in from the onset. Partially because you have a brother who is in the program and set a great example. Parents who are committed to scouting, but as I came to learn over many years, largely because you're just an intellectually curious person who showed up at every meeting, every event, whether in person or on Zoom, with a fantastic attitude, a willingness to help others, and that translated into natural leadership within the troop, for which you did a fantastic job. And as an Eagle Scout advisor, I'd say you needed very little advising for your fantastic project. So congratulations.
So for my Eagle project, I built mud kitchens for Glencoe's South School. South School has kindergarten to 2nd grade students. And fortunately, Dr. Zangetti had brought up this idea for me. She's the principal of South School. And yeah, we met a couple of times throughout, I think it was April to the installation in August. And she helped me with my fundraising, and I'd really like to thank Dr. Zangetti for helping me and giving me a project. We had discussed 2 different type of tables, and then I put in a water feature for the mud kitchens. One of the tables was L-shaped, and the other was just regular, like a longer table. But they're both handicap accessible for anybody in a wheelchair. We want everybody to be included. So yeah, scouting has been a great experience for me, and throughout scouting, I have learned leadership and social skills. I've enjoyed making friends in the troop and going on some of the campouts. I especially remember one campout about 2 years ago when we were, I believe it was the Wisconsin River canoeing trip. Yeah. It was quite a camp out. It started really pouring and thunderstorming while we were on the water, and we had to kind of just get off, right? Pitch camp, because it was really pouring, right? Like everybody's canoe was filled within 10 minutes, and thunder, lightning, everything. There's a number of people that I would like to thank. And they all played a great role within my Eagle project and my scouting career. I'd like to thank Mr. Heffman for introducing me to the troop and being there as a leader. Mr. Hayek for helping with merit badges and also really being a leader. Mr. Hostert, doing the same. right? Merit badges, campouts, and being the leader for Troop 28. Then Mr. Black. I'd really like to thank him for a lot of the campouts and the great advice and being a leader. All of these people were leaders. Mr. Miller, he'd helped me with my Eagle project, and he'd been a great leader throughout all of scouting, along with Mr. Bell. He's one of the newer leaders, but he really stepped up to the plate, and just got really involved in the troop really quickly. I appreciate all of you for doing your work as Scout Masters and helping me during my campouts and merit badges throughout the years. I would also like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother for always supporting me. And yeah.
Thank you, Scoutmasters, and thank you, Eagles, for sharing your inspiring stories. Now, Scoutmasters, could you please present the awards for our Eagles?
At this time, we are pleased to present you with your Eagle Scout Award kits. These include the rank patch and medal you can proudly wear on your uniforms, as well as pins to honor your parents and mentors. Eagle candidates, you are to be congratulated for reaching the highest peak of the Eagle Trail. Your perseverance and hard work have paid off.
Is this for Vicky? Yes. I'm gonna use this. That's unfortunate. You go back to the phone.
Parents, please come up and join your Eagle Scouts.
So all of these scouts earned the rank of Eagle, and wanted to point out that we have one scout that reached an additional rank. Well, actually, it's an award rather than a rank, but he got an additional 5 merit badges, which basically allows him to wear the bronze Eagle palm on top of his medal. So that was great. We also want to. Did I say Christopher? I think. Got to.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Christopher. So let's give him a round of applause. So Scouts, you have made Troop 18 and Troop 28 very proud, and may the qualities that inspire you to achieve this award continue to motivate you in the future with a life of success and service to others. So congratulations. You can do it. Eagles, I think parents can then put your the Eagle badge on your scout, and in turn, the scout can pin your parents for their hard efforts as well. You're gonna have to spread out.
Spread out.
And if anybody wants to take photographs, now's the time to do it. People can step down off the stage too.
Yeah, come on down. Get off this crap.
Go there.
We're gonna take some.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You need a little.
While they're finishing up pinning, I will start talking about the next year. So as a small token of pride in you, each of you will be presented with an Eagle Scout neckerchief, emblematic of all Eagle Scouts everywhere. Please wear them with pride in our program and pride in your personal achievements. Parents, please help your scouts with their new Eagle neckerchiefs. Each of you have received an Eagle certificate from the Boy Scouts of America. This certifies that you have achieved the highest rank in Scouting. Congratulations. As an Eagle Scout, you may commemorate your achievement with the flag that has been flown in your honor over the United States Capitol building. Display these with pride. And finally, I am pleased to present Eagle Scout walking sticks to each of you. These walking sticks are gifts from the Northeast Illinois Council and the Potawatomi Council. Each stick is hand carved by volunteers and individually finished by Mr. Jack Baldwin, Potawatomi District Commissioner. I would like to invite Mr. Baldwin to present each Eagle Scout with their Eagle stick.
Bill. My name is Jack Baldwin. I'm here to representing the Northeast Illinois Council and the World of Scouting. Congratulate our newest Eagle Scouts. Great Court of Honor. Beautiful. Roland. Nice job. Congratulations to all awardees. And congratulations to all awardees, the advancement and the merit. I am trying to resurrect the sewing merit badge to help everybody out, and I'm not having too much luck. My sons are also Eagle Scouts. Kevin is highly involved at the council and national level with the alumni relations and shooting sports program, and now is on the projects committee for Potawatomi. Patrick was on the National Youth Leadership Training staff and assists with conservation projects at McCoswan Scout Reservation. Both of his sons are in Cub Scouts. They have continued their scouting after college by assisting in the council projects with the Wilderness Engineering Society, improving McCoswan to be one of the 8 best camps in the country. I attended the WES weekend last year with my son, grandson, my wife, and 94 men. Everybody had a job to do, even my 3-year-old grandson. Today, you now join an elite list of Eagle Scouts who have gone on to do some amazing things around the world. A very small glance of this ever-expanding list includes 41 astronauts, including one in the International Space Station. He recently gave a presentation in a Scout uniform. This year's NASA's astronaut class contains 20% Eagle Scouts. Mike Rose, star of Dirty Jobs, the retired president of Harvard University, 12 Medal of Honor recipients, the Air Force's Chief of Staff, the member of the Tomb of the Unknown Undergarden, 10 members of NASA's New Horizons mission. Eagle Scouts are well represented in the military academies. 1 of 7 midshipmen in the Navy, 1 of 5 Army cadets, 1 of 10 Air Force cadets, 1 of 5 Coast Guard cadets, and 1 of 8 Merchant Marines. 15% of Texas A&M's Corps cadets. The designer of the new National World War I Memorial in Washington, D.C. The pastry chef for Emerald's Restaurant in New Orleans. That's for your cooking, merit badge. 7 members of the 2016 Summer Olympic team, including a Paralympian. 3 members of the 2018 Winter Olympic team. 15% of Notre Dame's band of the Fighting Irish. The 18-year-old became the youngest person to fly solo around the world in 74 days. There is a young man who has recently became a 4th-generation Eagle Scout and just recently a young lady, a real rarity. The hiker of the Appalachian Trail, 2,200 miles in 94 days, usually takes twice that time. One of United Airlines' youngest pilots. The newest tradesman and the PBS show Ask This Old House. The author Stephen King, though not a scout, in his 59 full-length books referenced scouting 32 times. NASA's longest serving flight attendant in charge of 39 missions. Our district thought we had the oldest Eagle Scout, but there was a gentleman in Georgia who became an Eagle Scout at age 15 and was 107 years young. An Eagle Scout candidate and lacrosse goalie had set up a date for his Eagle project, which was planned around his lacrosse games. With the spring rains, one of the lacrosse games was rescheduled on the day of the project. The game was played, but later on, the entire lacrosse team showed up to assist in the Eagle project. The coach of the team, an Eagle Scout. 12 members of the NFL, including 2 members of the Kansas City Chiefs. This year's winner of the Daytona 500. Last year, Jenna Bush, daughter of President George Bush, was out with her husband when her husband saw a woman choking nearby. He rushed over and spent 10 minutes saving her. Not bad for a 45-year-old Eagle Scout, remembering first aid he had been taught 30 years ago. Mrs. George Bush always said, if you're marrying anybody, marry an Eagle Scout. I attended an Eagle Scout Court of Honor for a young lady, and in her speech, she talked about her parents forcing her to go to meetings, to go to campouts, to go to McCoswan, to go to Philmont. She then said, Mom and Dad, you were right, and I was wrong. I enjoyed every meeting. A 12-year-old recently completed college. His next tasks, more graduate courses, getting his Eagle, and attending High Adventure. The new endangered species stamps are a result of photographs by an Eagle Scout. The crew and support personnel, whom a majority are Eagle Scouts, recently set a Guinness World Record paddling the length of the Mississippi River. The list certainly goes on and on. There are many ways to stay involved in scouting after this moment today. Most colleges around the country have a chapter of Alpha Phi Omega National Co-ed Service Fraternity. Their founding principles of leadership, friendship, and service mimic the same ideals as scouting. And that's because the fraternity was founded by Eagle Scouts in 1925. As of last year, there are now over 500,000 members. Please check out the National Eagle Scout Association, which has scholarships in this year, $546,000 for colleges and trade schools. Also, there are many colleges, universities, companies, religious organizations, veterans groups, and individuals offering scholarships to Eagle Scouts. Essay writing may be required. Congratulations to the adult leaders of Troop 18 and 28 for producing another great example of scouters within Northeast Illinois Council. These adult leaders are part of over 400 volunteers in our council who contributed directly on a scout's path to achieve the Eagle Scout rank. Eagle Scouts are everything from architects to zoologists, and because of their scouting background, they all perform the best of what they do. There are many young men and women of all abilities who are becoming Eagle Scouts. Take what you are passionate about and use that as your guide down your trail for life. Kyle, Ryan, Camden, Chris, and Nikki, Eagle Scouts. As you continue along the path you started years ago when you first became a scout, please know you are part of this elite list of Eagle Scouts. On behalf of the Northeast Illinois Council, please accept these Eagle walking sticks as a symbol of your enjoyment and achievement, and take pride in knowing that you're one of the best and one of the few to earn the rank of Eagle Scout. Congratulations.
Hey Scouts, the tradition of Eagle Scout Charge instructs you and challenges you to live lives of honor, loyalty, courage, cheerfulness, service, and humility. As an Eagle Scout, the eyes of your troop, your community, and those you encounter on life's way will be upon you. The traditions and the expectations of being an Eagle Scout are high. May you live up to those traditions and expectations and always be guided by the spirit of scouting, symbolized by the Eagle Award. Congratulations again to all of your scouts and the parents of the scouts. I think we have a small break here, but I'm gonna keep moving just in the interest of time, and then we'll do photographs afterwards. So I invite Roland up to do the Eagle Promise.
I would now like to invite all Eagle Scouts in attendance today to come to the front and recite the Eagle Scout Promise.
You guys just stand up in front, and then we'll have you guys move up.
I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make my training an example. My faith and my influence count strongly for better scouting and for better citizenship in my troop, in my community, and in my contacts with other people. To this, I pledge my sacred effort.
I'd like to invite Mr. Janmore up to provide some closing comments.
Okay, I'll just say a couple words here. Really, you know, two words came to mind that were the most words you heard today. One was scout and the other one was leaders. And I thought it was really interesting that scouts can't be scouts without leaders helping them along the way. So I really want to thank all the leaders that had some portion of input with these scouts and creating them for the future men that they'll become. So on top of that, you know, in every troop, there seems to be one person that always takes the most effort and gets the most done and becomes the most reliable person and ends up getting all of the work. And in this troop, it's Linda Lynn, and I would like to make sure. So on the way over, I was noticing a few joggers out there, a few people running around, and I was thinking about how those people don't just wake up one day and run 26 miles for a marathon. You know, a boxer just doesn't get in the ring and win a fight. You know, it takes a very long time to get through that process. And what you're experiencing here is the end for these scouts, but their journey is just beginning. And I want people to recognize that, you know, it seems like there was a lot of moments of big effort, deadlines in order to achieve it, but at the same time, this was a 5 or 6 year long journey for these scouts to get through. And it was just little baby steps to becoming the men that they're going to become. So I thought that was interesting, and I just wanted to thank BSA for all their support as well. So thank you, and congratulations again.
All please rise. Color guard, please advance. Color guard, please retire the colors. Color guard. Color guard dismissed. Eagle Scouts and families, we ask that you gather here on the left side of the stage for a brief group photograph before disbanding. Everyone else, lunch has been set up outside the sunroom, along with some of our Eagle Scouts memorabilia and project tables. Thank you to the project sponsors for supporting our Eagle Scouts, and thank you to all the parents and friends who helped our Eagle Scouts along their journey. Please stop by the Eagle Scouts tables and look for the scouts and sponsors to learn more about their projects. Please help yourself and enjoy the meal. This concludes our board of honor.